My husband hid photos of another woman, and now I'm questioning our entire marriage.
I would too.
I already have someone booked for us to see, and for context, this is my second marriage. My current husband, 33 male, and I, 38 female, have been together for 2 years. I have 2 kids from my previous marriage and a baby with my current husband. By the way, this comes from present pictures, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. And I'm Angie.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to give you good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We just know what we would do in the situation. So let us know what you would do in the comments. OP says, husband has 2 phones, one personal and one for work.
I bet that's for work.
He was charging his work phone on my nightstand and left the house to run a few errands. Temptation got the best of me, and I decided to go through his photos. With no initial suspicion, just out of nowhere, you're gonna snoop.
Yeah, I do that all the time with you.
Okay.
I make sure that your fabrics are good and you're not making any other fabrics I should be, worried about.
Okay.
Making sure they're all girly and all pink. If I see any navy or brown, I'm going to be asking questions. I know where your file cabinet is. I know where you keep all that fabric.
I have a project coming up that is going to be using a lot of dark colors, okay? So
see how she communicated that to me and I didn't have to figure that out by myself?
Yeah, see how I had to communicate that after he yelled at me?
I was just saying things a little bit, on the upper side.
On the upper
of
side
volume.
of your sure. This is not the first time. The last time I did this was about a year ago. I'm not proud of this, but to my defense, husband has a history of some sketchiness, and each time I've looked over his phone, I've found something incriminating or that crosses my boundary.
Oh,
so why are we married to him? For example, once we got into a big fight and he went and parked his car somewhere at night, knowing that I could track the car. He then ordered an Uber to a massage parlor at 9:30 p.m. at night, which I found out because his work phone at home was connected to Uber.
Dude, we know why he went there.
Yeah. Massage parlors are not open past 9:30 for innocent reasons.
Okay, you did go to a massage parlor recently past 9:30.
What time was our
It was like 8:40 to 9:30. We went together.
We were going to be done around past 9:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing suspicious happened there. We are both
nothing.
Witnesses to each other. He claims that he just went to get a regular massage and that he just didn't want me to know. Sure thing.
Was it a nice, hole in the wall massage place?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Dude, Sam has a hilarious story while he was in Bali.
Mm-hmm.
He went to a hole in the wall massage parlor, thinking like, oh, it's a hole in the wall restaurant. Maybe it has the same kind of vibe.
It's low key and it'll have that kind of real, cultural experience or
yeah, exactly.
Different experience.
You would think.
You would think. That's what he thought. On his bachelor party, he also tried to meet up with a girl that he met while he was there.
Bro!
He invited her to meet his group of friends at a nightclub and was sending photos of her in a swimsuit to all of the guys in the group chat. So bachelor parties usually happen before the wedding, right?
Yeah.
So we continue to marry this guy. Not at all saying that it's your fault, just saying that he's not worth it. He also went to a spicy club while I was visiting a friend overnight, knowing that I don't tolerate that. Okay, so here's where we had suspicion.
I'm on 4. I've counted 4.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is just a few examples.
Oh
I'm sure there's more, but these are the most notable ones. I guess a part of me wanted to check in and see whether he was behaving better now that he is a new father to our 4-month-old baby.
Yay, that fixes everything. Kids.
Oh, what I found this time made my stomach drop.
Oh no.
There was a hidden folder in his photo albums full of screenshots and clips of women from social media. Some were in swimsuits or doing workouts, and it made me really uncomfortable seeing how focused those photos and videos were. There was even a video of someone we actually know, a mom, at the pool. My goodness. Some of the photos were of his friends' wives, an old coworker, even a close friend of mine.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes it crazy. If it was just random influencers, I feel like that's already a problem.
But it's the level of separation is closer.
Yeah. There's less separation.
It's like these people. You could probably call these people.
Yeah.
That makes it
You
even,
could. You know their
ugh.
names? You know their children?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And you know what
Oh.
they look like in a bathing suit. Crazy. The one that hit me the hardest was a mom friend from the sports team he coaches dressed up for an event, and the photo was clearly taken to highlight her appearance. The dates on the screenshots went back to last year, with some as recent as just 3 days ago.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
I'm burning the phone.
Last year, dude.
Also, what does he do for work that he needs a other phone?
Good question. How many phones do we have here in this workplace? That's not true.
Oh, in our workplace?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
What workplace
We
were you
lost
talking
one.
about?
John has one. 1, 2, 3. We have about 8 or no,
Maybe-
13.
Maybe he has a rivalry Reddit YouTube channel.
No, he doesn't. That phone would not be with him all the time. That phone would be connected to a computer, doing its own thing.
It would be
Wrong.
busy.
I know how this works.
I felt sick to my stomach and ran to the bathroom.
Oh,
After
no.
that, I took photos with my phone of everything that I saw. When he got home, I calmly approached him and put my phone in front of him, showing him the photos that I had taken of his phone. I asked if he could explain it, and he stuttered and laughed for about 30 seconds until all he could muster was, "Okay, what about it?" What about my fist in your face, dude?
Whoa.
What about that? Huh?
Dude.
Huh?
That he laughed.
It was I'm guessing it was nervous laughter, but maybe it wasn't. If it wasn't,
man.
I would be very angry. I was usually a very emotional person, but in this case, I was able to remain calm, and I think it's because of how much ick I was feeling. I confronted him and asked why he had all of that saved. I pulled my phone back before he could grab it. He admitted that he took the screenshots, but said he didn't know why.
Wait.
Dumb response.
You took the screenshots, hid them in a hidden folder.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Dude, I don't know. I just woke up and they were there.
Same response a middle schooler has when he punches his friend. It's like,
Yeah.
why'd you punch your friend?
I don't know. I literally was thinking about it the other day where like I like cut myself with the razor when I was like 8 or something because I just saw it was like my big sister's like razor.
Oh, like shaving their legs.
Yeah, and
and
so like I like cut my ankle though because I had never shaved my legs, didn't know what to do with it. I was just curious, and then I was crying and screamed for my mom, and she was like, "What happened? What did you do?" And I was like, "I don't know," but it's because I thought I was gonna get in trouble.
Oh, I see.
You know what I
But
mean?
You did know.
So-
You were trying to be like your sisters.
Yeah, exactly. But so kids know if someone tells you they don't know why they did something, it's because they think they're gonna get in
You
trouble.
just can't put it into words.
Yeah. He claimed it was just something he did without thinking whenever he saw something that caught his eye. You're really digging yourself a hole, my guy. He kept saying it wasn't personal and that it didn't mean anything and that he never did anything inappropriate with the photos. I don't believe that for 1 second.
He never did anything inappropriate with the photos. That came unprompted. That's where I'm gonna be like
Yeah.
diving in deeper.
Yeah, especially even if it didn't come unprompted, like even if she suggested something and he's just like, no, it's like, dude, it's okay. First of all, I feel like that could go another way. That's still just as wrong in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you have all these pictures of half naked women that we know and you're saying it doesn't mean anything, now you're degrading these women. You know what I mean? Now it's another issue. Because now you don't care about these women
now
that
you
you're
don't appreciate
objectifying.
their beauty.
Yeah, in a way.
I think we should focus on the other issue than this one.
Just focus on the truth, my guy.
It's sort
focus
of
on the
like
truth.
you know the like hierarchy of needs.
Yes.
The one below appreciating women's beauty is a guy not being a creep. So I think that's what we need to fix.
We
here.
need to, bottom line, let's
Yeah.
do that.
I love how high you thought he was on that triangle.
I didn't think either way he appreciated the women.
I know, but like,
If, like, you hear about people hooking up or something like that.
ew.
Okay, well, if you think about that kind of relationship, what that is, like, yeah, it might be some sort of scandalous, like, mistress situation that's still, like, scummy. But if you're doing that, cheating on your wife with another woman, for example, this isn't the exact situation here, but not only that, but you also, like, don't give a crap about the woman that you were hooking up with, that's messed up.
Yeah, I got
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say with, like, these pictures. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Instead of losing my temper, I told him how embarrassed and ashamed I felt. I said his behavior was completely inappropriate and made me uncomfortable. I told him to delete everything, unfollow anyone he had saved content from, and even find a new hairdresser since she was in there too. Oh my god. He agreed, but only if I deleted the proof from my phone. Absolutely not.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'll delete it, but I'm sending it to another phone.
I'm just gonna like print it out really fast.
There we go.
There we go. Of course, he tried to spin this as another instance of me invading his privacy, but I made sure not to allow him to pull focus from the topic at hand. Eventually, he did apologize, and he did so multiple times over the course of 24 hours. He said there were no excuses for what was on his phone and that it was gross and creepy behavior, and that he also apologized for how it makes me feel. I appreciate that he owned up, but I still have the ick.
Can't get rid of that.
You really can't. I know that nothing I did caused his behavior. I've given everything to my husband, emotionally and physically. Always ready for spicy sleep whenever, wherever.
All right, TMI.
I've been supportive of his career and hobby. I carried his baby. I take good care of myself. I'm smart, and I have a great job. Even with that assurance, there's still that voice in the back of my head that keeps saying, nothing you can do is enough. You are not enough. And I hate that my husband, the one who is supposed to protect me and my heart, and with whom I should be able to be most vulnerable, is the reason for those thoughts. Right now, it's business as usual. I've pulled back affection and sweetness while remaining polite and cooperative so that we can tackle our priorities. We were about to pull down an offer on a house, but I told him I'm pulling out until I can process my feelings.
Smart. That's smart.
That's
really smart.
He's been in the doghouse for the past few days and is getting to the point where I can tell he is trying to get a rise out of me to get me emotional or engage me, but I refuse to let it rile me up. He also keeps telling me that I need to stop allowing a dark cloud to hang over our household and relationship, but I keep reminding him that I'm allowed to feel how I feel and still need time to process everything. I am fully aware of the trust issues I have, and I also believe that they are well-founded. I've forgiven him for the broken boundaries in the past and believed the best moving forward because in most other ways, he is a fantastic partner and teammate and extremely hardworking.
Dang. He's just, you know how people have like addictions and everything?
Mm-hmm.
This is probably his addiction.
Could be.
It's like the lust that he has to fight.
Addicted to be a scummy guy. I know it can be a real addiction, but
that's probably the very underlying thing because it seems like he's a good guy outside of this.
Apparently.
If you took all this weird stuff out, solid dude. And like OP seems like she still wants to like put an effort even though he's given her so many reasons to leave.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Because also, she was married before. She's divorced. Does she want to divorce again?
I think she should.
Bro does not want to change.
Not at all. You stop putting a dark cloud over our household and relationship.
I wonder how this got here.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'm sorry. I can't change the weather.
Yeah, weather boy. Huh? How about you change it? Make it all sunshine.
I guess I want input on where to go from here because the idea of another divorce sounds terrible. I don't think I could do that to my kids again, nor do I want to create that future for our baby. Is it crazy to contemplate the idea of staying together for convenience or just for the kids, even if love and attraction is lost? And there are some comments.
I knew she probably didn't want a divorce again. That's fun.
Yeah. I have my thoughts, but I'm going to see if these comments say it before I can.
It?
Yeah, let's see. Comment number 1 says, he's been doing this for years and you still married and had a baby with him? Why? Comment number 2 says, yes, it is crazy to put your kids in a home where there is resentment and boundary crossing lying behavior for your convenience. Too late. You already did it to your kids by not walking away the first, second, third, fourth time he was inappropriate and didn't care about your feelings. Do not fall for sunk cost fallacy. Set aside your shame, your guilt, your worry, and focus on your kids. Once you have stabilized their lives and freed them from being trapped in your miserable situation, then you can figure out why you made those choices and work through your stuff so you don't move them into a-hole number 3's home moving forward. Okay, yeah, like if she got with a third
another guy,
home,
yeah.
And we do have an update, but yeah, I agree with those comments. I think definitely don't do it for the kids.
Sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah.
That one always hits hard.
Yeah, really?
Well, if you're like, spent like 3 years in this relationship. Everything's going good. I don't want to give that up.
Yeah,
even
that's
though
not
you're
a good way to
completely
think about it.
miserable.
Yeah, it's like 3 years versus forever. If you can barely do 3 years, I doubt you could do like 60, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think too, like, I think there's such an idea about like saving the kids from this, and it's like, sure, you don't want your kids to experience bad things, but guess what? Bad things happen.
Yeah.
And they have to. And someday they're going to be an adult and have
Yeah.
to deal with the same exact problem if you
So-
stay with him.
So make them warriors of life now.
Honestly, I mean,
Go through that divorce.
that's what you gotta do.
Put them in the jungle.
Because listen, like, if it was a grief kind of situation of like, oh, your father passed away somehow, it's like you can't just pretend that your kid's dad is alive until
Yeah.
they're an adult and then break the news. You know what I mean? It's like, it's that same kind of thing.
That's a good point.
They're gonna be adults and have to deal with this in an adult way eventually. So there's no use in like saving them now or
I
something.
agree. Traumatize them a little bit. That gives them something to worry about when they get older.
It's just how life is.
Yeah.
You just gotta deal with it.
Think of a kid that wasn't traumatized. How boring are they?
I guess so.
They're not funny. They have
Yeah.
no characteristics.
They're too good. They're too
Yeah.
like perfect.
Now think of yourself. Think about the trauma you have and how funny you are.
Give yourself a pat on the back, dude.
Come on, you're doing great. You're doing great.
We do have an update. For everyone who took time to respond and comment constructively, thank you. I appreciate the multiple perspectives as well as the support. And for those who chose to comment with justifications of his actions because he is a male, thank you as well. Reading them out loud was so laughable that it actually strengthened and helped me validate my own feelings on the subject at hand.
All right.
Nice. It's been a roller coaster. I've been working hard to maintain my composure and keep the focus on my hurt as a direct result of a crossed boundary and broken trust. I've necessarily been distanced and cold while going about the day today. My husband came to me wanting to discuss and talk through things again, so I gave him the floor.
Okay, so he's come to you. Okay.
Okay. He apologized, but
Okay.
each time he would apologize, he would throw out a defensive statement or something to make sense of his action. Each time, I would stop him and tell him that he just negated his apology by doing so. After a few hours of tense discussion, I blurted out how bleak and depressing our situation was and gave him an ultimatum.
Oh boy.
Either enroll in couples counseling with me, as well as a separate therapist for his regular use issues. He has dealt with other behaviors in the past.
Oh.
Interesting. Interesting.
I see a pattern.
Or he can move out by the end of the month. He actually agreed. By the way, I hope you agree to listen to full episodes of stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime. Or else.
To find you.
That's the ultimatum. You don't get to know like what else is until it happens. Anyway, we have more to this story.
Dude, I'm calling it.
Yep.
Good 2 weeks.
Sure.
And you're right back to where we were.
Right back to where we were.
Taking pictures of Mrs. Wheeler, going to the
Yep.
grocery store.
Yep. Anyway, there's more to this story. He apologized again, finally, without trying to deflect or defend, and said that he wanted to do whatever it takes to make things right.
We've heard it.
In the meantime, I'm also hoping to find a therapist that can help me with grounding techniques and emotional management so that I know I'm doing all I can to create a safe environment for everyone in our home.
Oh my gosh, healing.
I know that this isn't over, and the work starts now. There is a lot of rebuilding that needs to happen, and I hope with all my heart that we get to see the reward as a result of the effort we put in.
Yay!
I am putting a lot of faith in that therapist that you're about to get to guide you to the light.
Dude, Angie would have so much rage that she'd give up on a therapist and probably like buy a baseball bat.
Psh, what? Riley, you can't say that. We're literally on camera right now. We're being recorded. You can't say that about me.
Oh no.
You can't expose me like that.
I know who you are. She puts up a facade every time she gets on this mic.
What?
This is not who you are.
What are you talking
All
about?
this good advice? Nah, you do the opposite.
Shh. What are you talking about?
I'm just exposing you for who you really are.
No. No.
You wouldn't go to a therapist and work on yourself.
I've been with my therapist for probably 3 years now.
Nah, actually, she is like, she has inspired me to look into therapy. 'Cause
Yeah,
of, like how well
it's
she's.
great.
I'm very proud of you on that, by the way.
Oh, thanks, girl. Sorry.
Slay.
But that's the end of that story. I really do hope, OP, that you can like get let out. It's so easy for people to get stuck in that, like, oh, well, if we fix this, if we make it past this, then we're gonna be stronger. But that's the thing, is that you're not.
You're talking to a wall. He doesn't want it.
Yeah,
I'm giving this guy like a 1 out of 10 of wanting to make a change.
I think you really need that ick that you felt. Like, you really need to pay attention to that. Really zero in on that feeling.
If you wanted this man to, I don't know, like, change, you would have to burn every massage parlor that exists, get rid of any spicy related photos, any way to even capture spicy related photos, and then he'll maybe think about it.
And he'll have to do that on his own volition, though, too. Like,
burn the massage parlor?
Well, okay, not that, but not
I'm saying
arson.
you have to get rid of.
But I mean, like,
those
the
vices.
pictures and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
if you catch someone cheating or whatever this was, whatever you can call it, like, if you catch someone like that, you can't just be like, okay, here's the rules from now on. Like, you have to delete these pictures, unfollow. Like, I know she said that, but that's not gonna do anything. Like, if he was offering that, then maybe. But, like, that's just the biggest thing that I feel is, like, at the bottom line, you can't go into the controlling version of that. Like, if you get cheated on or something, yeah, that freaking sucks, and that person's terrible for doing that. But, like, you can't then respond in the wrong way and then start being controlling. You have to let them cheat. But that's the end of that story. We've got another one coming right up.
My wife caught me cheating overseas and turned our marriage into her revenge plan.
Well, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
I'm a 20-year-old guy in the Army on a rotation in Europe. Over Thanksgiving, me and 2 of my friends got a pass and stayed a long weekend in a nearby city. I told my wife I was going to sleep, but we went to a bar instead. She found out, and we got in a pretty big fight about it. By the way, this comes from OK Firefighter 78, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Angie.
And we're here to give good advice goofily. That's our only job. But if you have any thoughts or questions or concerns, please take a moment right now and put those down so we can take time out of our day to read them. So, we went to a party by a nearby college one night, and I got extremely wasted. While I was sitting there, a girl came by, sat by me.
Ooh.
Quick OK story time. My grandparents met because my grandma was there to sit on my papa's lap, and she did it. And they're happily married for over 50 years now.
Listen, always play truth or dare, everyone.
We talked about college and the things she did at school. One thing led to another, and I kissed her.
You sly dog.
After the kiss, I don't remember much. Nice. From what other people told me, I was begging this girl to come back to my hotel.
Oh my god.
But she refused.
Jeez.
I don't remember how, but I had her follow the friend I was with so we could talk on his Instagram since my wife knows my password.
Too many hoops. Too much work for this, dude. Come on.
Gosh, while you were drunk, you knew.
Yeah.
You knew to line up your friend's Instagram rather than your own.
Right, come on.
The next day, we downloaded an encrypted messaging app and gave each other the codes. I told her it was because my normal social medias don't work. If that's the case, do not talk to this man.
Yeah, like, what does that even mean? My social medias don't work. Like,
You
I
know
was
what
banned? Like,
That's what I'm saying. You know what you have to do if your social medias don't work?
like what?
You have to be a menace.
Yeah, you have to get, like, because you can report people, but, like, it rarely actually gets their account banned. So,
But
like,
you could report about tens of people.
yeah, 20s, 30s, hundreds.
We talked for a few days, just getting to know each other. The day I got back to post, I started feeling pretty guilty about it. So I called my wife and asked for a divorce.
Oh, well, did you tell her why you wanted a divorce?
She asked me if there was anyone else, and I told her, no.
Okay, so there's our answer.
Just it's that time of year. I think we should.
You know what they say about breakup season. Just really feeling in the spirit, in the breakup season mood.
I can already feel the comments of everyone that's like in the army, like being like, "Yeah, you get incentives if you marry while you're in the army," because this guy's 20 and has a wife.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know people that went to the army or military, whatever they did, and got married like right out of high school. We see you guys. We know what the plan is.
Yeah, that's the plan. Usually, I mean, they're here. Hopefully it works out, but if it doesn't,
hopefully
we'll read about you.
We'll find.
Or
We're about to find out.
I guess that was a lie, but I told her I just no longer thought we were mature enough for a marriage. She was confused because other than the fight we had a few days prior, everything was going fine, but I still just couldn't tell her. I blocked her on everything, accept text after that because she was blowing up my phone asking questions.
Okay, I feel like blocking is not the right answer,
She was asking so many questions.
but
What else is he supposed to do?
this is
Answer them?
yes. This is different than a breakup, though. You can't just be like, "Hey, we're over," and be divorced. Like, this is illegal. Like, you got to get lawyers involved. You got to get your benefits taken away if you're in the military. Like,
Yeah, dude, yeah.
you can't just be like, "Yeah, we're done." Blocked. Like, what? What?
Yeah, he's right. They are not mature to be married to each
Yeah,
other.
definitely not.
I kept her number to help her get back on her feet. The next day, another girl I had messaged before reached out again. She asked me about linking up before, but I told her no at that time because I was married. This time she messaged me after seeing I'd taken my wife out of my social medias. We talked for a little bit, and I told her we were getting a divorce because I wanted to explore being polyamorous and dating multiple people, which was not something my wife would be okay with. This girl really started trash talking my wife, saying she was just trying to lighten my mood and to get my mind off of possibly still loving her. I told her I wasn't okay with it and blocked her. This made her mad, and she DM'd my wife screenshots of our entire conversation.
F around and that's like the definition of F around and find out for sure.
Dude, I mean, even if you did stuff with this woman, she was still going to tell your ex about it.
Well, I mean, I'm glad she did. I mean,
Yeah, no.
thank goodness.
Technically, he is moving within the loopholes,
Sure, I guess.
but we see you. We know what you're
We know
doing.
what you're doing. We see all these little white lies here, dude. We see right through you.
My wife messaged me and said, I understand you're a free man now. Please tell your girls to stop sending me screenshots of them talking to you. It's not helpful. Since she saw me mention polyamory in that conversation, she talked to me about it. She told me she would be willing to try that lifestyle if that's what I felt like I needed, and that she just wished I had talked to her about it first. She said she needed time to learn about it and accept this. And during that time, she needed me to hold off on talking to any other girls and in conversations I had already started. I was more than willing to do this because I love my wife, and I really did want to make things work between us.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Where are we right now?
Wait. I'm sorry. What? You want to do that because you love your wife? You're actually joking.
Dude, for sickness and health.
Dude, what?
For better or worse.
We need to get this straight, okay?
Till death do them part, dog.
Dude.
Do you not remember that? Do you not remember when he said that?
I know I wasn't there. But let me get this straight, though, okay? Let me get this very clear.
Yup.
He cheats on her,
1.
get divorced over text,
2.
and then he blocks her.
3.
And then she gets a text from this other woman sending screenshots of that other woman's text with OP
4.
talking about polyamory. And then she's like, okay, well, if that's the problem, because he didn't give her a real reason why they were getting divorced. She's like, oh, well, if that's the issue, then like, yeah, I would be interested in trying polyamory.
Yep.
And then he's like, oh, well, I'm going to try polyamory because I love my wife and she said that she wanted to try it. So because I love her, I'm going to be a good, devoted husband who would never cheat on her wife and try having spicy sleep with other people for her.
Nah, that totally checks out.
That is like such a twisted way to do that.
For a few days, she was different. She didn't try to start many conversations, wouldn't show her face on FaceTime, and talk to me differently. It was stressing me out. I told her I would take back the idea of polyamory and that I only wanted her. She was shocked and asked if I was sure I would be happy. And I told her I would try to be.
The amount of hate I have in my heart for this man.
Like, we're reading right through the lines, man. We know what you're doing.
He is manipulation level 100.
Over the next few weeks, things seemed smoother. She seemed happier with me than before. She was sending me tons of pictures and videos when I asked. And she was willing to talk about anything I wanted to talk about. Then I got wasted one night while my crazy ex was messaging me. I never asked for them, but my ex sent me some very noodly pics.
Oh, God.
And my wasted mind, I saved the photos to an app. I don't know why I did it. Right after my wife was having a hard time getting a video sent to me, so she suggested logging into my Snapchat and just putting that video in my eyes only for herself. I told her she could because I wasn't even thinking about what I saved. She confronted me about it, and I explained that I was wasted and it was a mistake. Dude, it was just a mistake. He was wasted. That's what you do with videos. You just save them to your eyes only while wasted.
You know, we hear a lot of stories where people are cheating and they go through like all of these lengths to hide that cheating. And they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I planned all of this out and it was like my mastermind project and I did it successfully. This guy's just dumb. He's just getting wasted, doing all these things and is not even like comprehending. He's just like, yeah, I don't need to worry
Yeah.
about anything. I'm a perfectly good human. I don't even need to worry about anything. And then it's like, no, dude, like, God, like you can't be a cheater and stupid. Like, come on, at
Pick a
least do it
lane.
in a smart way. Come on.
I don't know. She asked when I saved them, and for some reason, I lied and told her hours ago. She clocked that and told me that if it was really hours ago, then I wasn't wasted when I did it.
True.
But she also told me she knew it wasn't hours ago because it says when the photos were saved.
Double true.
This has to be the dumbest cheater
He's stupid.
we have ever read.
And he's even more dumb for exposing himself on the internet for people to talk to him and criticize him.
He's looking for help, and
I don't
he's
think
in the
he
wrong
wants help.
place. Things went back to normal just in time for one of my friends to tell his wife about me kissing the girl at the party. And his wife told my wife. She sent me the screenshots, and those 2 days went by. I was able to deny it, but my wife reached out to the girl from the party. She knew who it was because I sent her a screenshot of me telling her that we couldn't talk anymore. Not only did the girl tell her about the kiss and the begging her to go back to the hotel, but she told her about the messages we'd been sending for the days before I called for a divorce, which my wife didn't know about because I told her we only started talking after I called that night. My wife decided she would stay with me, but things are different again. She just doesn't have any other options.
It's so sad.
This is crazy. Oh, man.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
He's clearly a stupid, stupid man.
My favorite part is when he took accountability.
Which part? When was that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he hasn't done that.
You must be thinking of a
Yeah,
different story.
that's not this one.
Unfortunate.
She drills me with questions, and anything she feels is a lie, she asks the other girl. After the last time I said something to her that wasn't fully true, she told me I was on my last chance because she had given me far too many already. All right. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Love to see it.
All right. And like, kudos to her because this man's going to use his last chance.
You
Quickly.
think he's gonna use it up like with another girl.
He's like, I love you, wife.
Aww.
I'm going to just stay with you forever.
Yeah.
And then does something with his ex.
Yeah. You're gonna give me another chance to get the thrill of cheating on you? Aww.
Aw, I appreciate it. Fun fact, if you're in a polyamory relationship, you won't have that thrill because everyone's going to be okay with it. But you're going to
Yeah,
still
I guess
figure out
so.
a way to F it up. I know you, OP. You're
Like,
good at that.
No, yeah, OP will F it up, not all polyamorous people.
No, OP, you're good at effing it up.
Yeah.
Now I'm flying my wife over my Christmas past to visit me in Europe. She doesn't trust me to go out anymore because of all of this, which is understandable. He gets it.
Yeah. Aw.
I'm also passing away to see her and spend time with her, and this way she'll be here for Christmas and her first anniversary and her birthday. I'm excited, but nervous.
Yeah, you freaking should be.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, this is bad. She hasn't been eating because she's trying to lose weight fast. She won't show her face on FaceTime until her makeup's done. She doesn't joke like she used to, and even she is nervous to see me. I'm just so stressed about this and don't know what to do anymore. I won't divorce her myself because I was the one that made the mistakes, and that is for her to decide to do.
Stupid.
Where did they find this guy?
And you're defending our country? You're saying all that and you're in charge of defending our country?
He's in the army.
I don't know what they do. Don't they
It
defend our
would
country?
be more worrisome if he was like in the Air Force or like a Navy SEAL.
Okay.
I would be like,
Wow.
oh,
Do they just do more over there?
quick
Terrier.
breakdown. Anyways, so I also love her too much and I don't want to leave her. I'm scared she doesn't actually love me. And we have a freaking update.
Okay.
This is my favorite part because whenever a person first posts,
yeah.
they're blindly just putting out there everything that's coming in their minds. They're putting it on paper.
Uh-huh.
And the second time they post, They get hit with reality.
Dude, yeah.
And then they have to face it.
They
And
have
then
to
they have
face
to
it.
defend
'Cause
themselves.
you know that all the comments under that story were crazy, ripping him apart.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, what do you think he should do? He's the one that messed up, so she now has to decide.
Dude, I don't know. Like,
I think that's really
I
stupid.
I honestly think that this man should just stay in the army,
Yeah.
work out a little harder, and never talk to a woman
Yeah.
ever again.
I think that should be part of the training is to just chop off the bits, just like, get neutered or whatever. I think that should be a part of your training.
Oh my gosh.
I think we should get you.
No. Let's not
Nah.
do that. I think he shouldn't talk to women for like at least 3 years.
Okay.
He could come back if
He
he
could
didn't
come
talk
back.
to a woman for
Maybe.
3 years.
Okay. I'll give him a chance. Then chopping him off. I remember getting into an argument one time, like with an ex, and it was like, I did something wrong, but like I didn't think it was that bad. But then it was like a huge deal. And it
Oh, yeah.
was like, okay, well, maybe we should just break up then. Like, if I'm just like, if this hurts you and like, I'm sorry I did this, but like, clearly we're not, I'm just hurting you. And then he was like, well, what, you're just going to mess it up and then leave? Well, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I think that's what needs to
Yeah.
happen in these situations because you
It's
can't
so-
just like if there's something like this is not something that's just like oh, sorry, I messed up. Like the smallest thing, and so I'm gonna dip. No, you messed up big time, dude. Like you're a
Yeah.
scummy guy, and you gotta get out of there.
I mean, a lot of maturity has to happen. But
Yeah.
here's the freaking update.
All right.
On my last post, when I explained my mistakes, I was told several times that it was clear she wouldn't divorce me, so I needed to do it myself and tell her it was because she deserves someone better,
There you
which
go.
I truly do believe.
Okay.
However, even after everything she found out, she told me she was willing to try and work on these things together. But she said she's given me way too many chances, and the next mistake that happens, she'll cut off my bits, which I think is fair, I guess.
I agree.
I never had spicy sleep with this chick from the bar. This from the bar? Is this from the earlier?
I think the bar that
The
the
one he
girl
kissed?
he kissed,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I was like, another one? Granted, I asked to, but bottom line is, I didn't. We just kissed and talked. For those who don't know, in the military, adultery is against the law.
Interesting. Is the punishment cutting off the bits?
Can we find this man's email and then backtrack to his phone number and then figure out a way? Because I feel like
We could get him prosecuted for sure.
a very valuable lesson this young man can learn is consequences.
Yeah, I think that's what he needs. People need more consequences. Let's give people more consequences.
The last person in our section who got caught cheating went from an E7 to an E1 and now lives in barracks at 53 years old.
53?
Oh my gosh. My wife has all the power in the world to do the same to me if she wanted to. She literally has 109 screenshots saved to an album just in case.
Dang,
It
dude.
should be 109 reasons to leave this man.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're
feel it-
close.
Yeah. I have hope,
yeah,
but I don't really feel it. I'm not going to lie.
yeah.
But I have hope. I want you to hold on to that feeling so that it comes true.
Back to the topic of my wife visiting. She told me that I needed to get an STD test because of big issues with AIDS here. She said she wasn't even willing to kiss me if I didn't, as many STDs are transferable by mouth. Smart woman. Normally, I would take a test, no problem. However, here I can't. It would be an automatic Article 15 and open case because of the infidelity rule. Dude, just go
Mm.
somewhere else.
Well, I mean, he might be deployed and might not be able to, like, just go to the store.
Dude,
You know?
go to the
Or
store.
go to, like, a,
I don't care, man. Like, figure it out. I told my wife this and that she would either need to trust me or get herself tested when she gets back home if that's a big deal for her. I get that telling her she should just test herself may have been harsh, but I really don't have anything to test for. Edit. My wife sent me a clinic in the city. We will be staying near there so it can be done completely privately. As soon as she is here, I will be going and getting tested. She said, I know you aren't too stupid to use Google. Pull your big fat skull out from between your butt cheeks and think.
Yes, I agree.
Hope you all are enjoying my because I'll take it for as long as I have to.
Stupid.
Also, I'm fully aware I deserve it, but my dang wife has been ruthlessly mean. For example, when I told her I would be unable to get the test and why, this is her response. So you mean to say maybe you shouldn't have done what you did? It's like your literal job? Does it make you worried that all you effed me over and I have all the power in the world to take everything away from you because of it? And not just a wasted kiss, but begging for spicy sleep with another girl, talking to her for multiple days by going out of your way and using your friend's phone and secret apps? Like, I thought at the very least you cared about losing your career. At least when I asked you why you wouldn't cheat before, you literally said, because I would lose everything. And I love you. But you couldn't care less about losing everything. To you, it was effing worth it, you disgusting pig. But like I said, if you won't get tested, I'm not doing anything with you. I don't want your STDs. Also, don't ever tell me I need to trust you again. She's been bullying me a bit in subtle ways, telling me things like, I wish I had your shoulders. They're just so nice and feminine. And your confidence is a bit too tall for you right now. By the way, you'll never be short enough to ride the OK Storytime roller coaster. Anyone at any size can ride it, as long as you're above 4 feet and 11 inches. Sorry for all those that aren't. The way to get on this ride is going on your favorite podcast platform, searching up OK Storytime, and boom, you're on the ride. And it could be on the Apple ride, Spotify ride, or the iHeartRadio ride. Your choose. Angie, what do you think of this woman's commentary?
I think it was nice. He was like, yeah, I'm so terrible and I should be I deserve
It's just being mean to
I
me.
deserve all of the things that are so wrong. She's totally deserving of this. I totally get it. But also she's being ruthless to me. She is not holding back. And all she was saying was, what, you don't want to go get tested because you're going to get caught for what you did? For the thing that you did to me? You don't want to go get tested because there's an infidelity law that you broke. You broke the law and you're going to get caught for it? Like, that's
on you, man.
Yeah, because honestly, at first it got me for a second. And I was thinking like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, I guess like, because if there's no STDs and he comes back clean, like, you know, he would lose his job even if there's like nothing. But I remembered like a second later, like the reason we're getting these STD tests is because there was infidelity and we want to be sure. I mean, come on, dude.
She really likes to ask if I'm keeping up or if she needs to go back and explain in a simpler way for me when she's talking about really normal stuff that most people know.
I love this bullying. This is when I approve of bullying.
And the one that really digs in is, you may have the size to cheat, but I can't believe you're so willing to show another person how fast you finish.
Ooh.
If I were you, that's the last thing I'd be willing to do. That's so embarrassing for you. That one stings. But if it helps her blow off steam, then it's okay. It just makes me nervous because she's generally pretty vanilla. And now, all of a sudden, she's interested in trying non-vanilla.
So here's the thing, dude. We gotta look at the psychology behind this, okay?
What does even happen?
I think he is so, like, otherworldly in a way that, like, the other world is way worse. You know what I mean? Like, he's out of this world in a stupid way. He's on a stupid planet.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand anything about human emotions at all.
Yeah.
What he's missing is that there's so many things that she's doing besides like telling him off that are because of his cheating, that are like his doing.
That's true.
Her not showing her face on camera because she's insecure and doesn't want to be seen without makeup on. Insecurity. And it's like she's telling him off, acting all big because she should. But at the same time, like, yeah, obviously it's going to affect you on like a personal, deeper level. Like, she's hurt by this. She's not just big and strong and just bullying you because she's like having fun. Like, she's hurt. And her being like insecure about like her weight and stuff is to the point where she's not eating. And then the fact that she's trying to try things that are like non-vanilla and more spicy in bed, that is 100% because she feels insecure about her performance. Yeah. And she feels like she's not good enough for you. She heard about what you're doing with these other girls. Like, dude, you are so stupid.
I didn't see a part where you asked her if she's doing okay.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I'll take it. No, you're just waiting for it to be over. Like, you're not. You're just waiting for her to
you're
like,
biding your time, man.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, well, I love her so much and I think she deserves better, but I'm not gonna break up with her. That's her decision.
He just doesn't want to do anything.
He's just, yeah, you just don't want to do anything. Like, you're just so freaking stupid, dude.
Yeah.
You're so stupid.
But we got another one. Hopefully won't trigger Angie so much.
That one got me.
Yeah.
Just hearing it from his perspective is wild.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
So wild.
He thought he was looking for help.
I think it's hard when it's like you can't really ask for help when you're not willing to hear the actual right answer. Here's how I effed everything up. How can I just go on like nothing happened? Even though this happening. And she hurt my feelings. She hurt my feelings because she's being mean to me because I freaking cheated on her.
Goodness gracious. Anyway, we got another story. We got to get off of that.
My wife ran from a fake intruder and left our babies behind.
She's got priorities, man. What else you want her to do?
Gosh. My 34 male wife, 42 female, is a stay-at-home mom. Last week when I was at work and my two oldest were at school, 5 male and 3 male, my wife was sitting at the dining room table when she saw a man with what looked like a hammer walking down the driveway towards our front door. He tried to get in. Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, this comes from Pine123245, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. And I'm Angie.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to give good advice goofily.
Yeah.
We don't have all the answers.
Nope.
We just know what we would do.
Perhaps.
So let us know what you would do in the comments below.
Please.
So, OP said, she went to the door and the guy saw her and waved, still trying to enter. She fled out the back door, leaving her cell phone and Apple Watch. She also left our twin girls, 8 months old, sleeping in their cribs. She ran through the neighborhood looking for someone to call the police. Oh my gosh. Eventually, she found someone. The police responded and cleared the house. It turned out to be a repair guy who was supposed to go to our neighbor's house. Oh no.
Yep. Yeah.
And
I know exactly. I know exactly what went through her brain. It's because he looked a bit scary and he was perhaps a little large.
But this is in broad daylight at the same time.
Yeah.
This is when the 5-year-old and the 3-year-old are at school and OP is at work. This is not like late at night. It's dark. I can only like
middle of the day, working hours.
Because then he was probably seeing her run through the neighborhood and try to find people. And he's probably like, hey, sorry.
What's going on? Also, if he's a repair guy, he's probably got like a company on him.
He's got a car, you know.
But I'm thinking like, hammer. There's a large guy, 6 foot plus.
Yeah.
Perhaps like he's got a beard or whatever. Looks a little scary.
Yeah.
I could give her that.
And I mean, I guess the fact that he's like trying to get in without like knocking or something is weird. I do wonder if that's what was actually happening.
I need a ring camera for this.
Yeah, I need like video evidence of what actually happened.
And to see
and then
what's
I can
going
judge
on.
her.
But it is worrisome that her first response was to flee and not take the kids with her. That is worrisome.
Yeah.
Mothers, thoughts.
Yeah, let us know.
What are we doing here?
Let us know. He had been told that no one would be home and to just come in. Okay, that's what answers that. She's mad at me for not being more supportive. I was stunned when she told me, especially when she said that she left the girls. She constantly yells at me about how I don't do enough for the kids, unlike her who sacrifices constantly, according to her.
Oh, goodness.
I don't think that's accurate, but that's besides the point. We've been having major issues in our marriage for a long time.
Okay. This was just the straw on the camel's back.
Sounds like it. She's acting like this is one of the most traumatic events of her life, which is making me madder and madder. I am having a hard time putting this behind me. If this guy had been a bad guy, she would have abandoned our girls to him to save herself. Our house isn't that big, and people in the neighborhood know we have 2 little girls. I honestly don't know what to do. This happened about a week ago. I spent about an hour on the phone with her that day trying to console her, tried again that night, and have been taking care of the kids and doing all the chores. She's been focusing on what I think is a work-from-home job that she's lying to me about and trying to hide. Interesting. Otherwise, she's going out with her friends to bars.
Ah.
Well, here's the other problems that we're having.
Here we go. Let's list them all out, man.
She refuses to go to marriage counseling that I set up for us online after the kids go to sleep. She doesn't believe in therapy.
Because she doesn't believe she does anything wrong.
Yeah. I doubt she even, said she was sorry for this.
Well, when in the story does she take accountability?
Well, we haven't explicitly heard it. We
yeah.
just know what the truth is.
I'm going to just be for real.
Mhm.
If this happened to us, let's say I was the one that ran and left our kids in the thing.
Yeah.
I would see this, or if Angie did it. If either one of us did it, I would see this as a sign from God that was like, hey, We got to work on our home defense a little bit better here.
Absolutely. If you're not going to, I've been watching Stranger Things, and for some reason that's been making me think about home defense a lot because
Yeah.
they're always in their homes defending, but against like monsters. But this is different. But like,
It's kind of the basis of the show.
it's just like always what they're doing. They're in a house like you know. But I think like if you did this and if we had kids and you did that, I would be like, yo, we can't even.
Yeah.
How are you even gonna protect me? Like,
Exactly.
you know, I wouldn't marry and like move in with someone for protection, but like that's a plus, you know?
It's a perk.
But like if I have kids, I would hope that there's another person that besides me to help defend, you know? Like that's a lot to do by myself, but I'll do it.
Also, curious, what does your home defense look like?
Yeah, what are your strengths in your home defense?
The landlord left a bat here, and I gave it to Sophia to put it beside her bed.
Nice.
Like, this is what you got.
There you go. You got it. She's strong. She can swing that hard,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully. I need to put a nail on the other side of it, though. I've also heard to put a sock at the end of your baseball bat.
Oh,
They
interesting.
try to grab it.
Yeah.
Sock comes.
Oh, that's interesting. Wait, that's so smart. What the heck? That's so simple and so smart.
You know what else is simple?
What? Yes, that is true. That is true. You know, whatever you're into. A big issue is the double standard. If I had done this, she would have never forgiven me and probably divorced me. We had a fight because when we moved, my side of the bed was far from the door, and she said I needed to be able to stop an attacker. I've been yelled at for abandoning my daughters when I take a shower in the morning before work and they begin crying, or if she's sleeping in and one begins crying while I'm changing the other's diaper. Okay, I think we have our answer here. You need to run away from this woman. That is a woman that you need to not be around anymore.
Bro has 4 kids.
Keep the kids. Clearly, she can't take care of them. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, it's more complicated, and that really simplifies it. And, like, you're going to want to look into it, and, like, you know, whatever. It's not that easy. But, like, I feel like if he really did want to, he could easily get custody after this one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. Yeah. Like, oh, you ran away. You left our 8-month-old children home while a big scary man was coming in.
What else we got here?
Let's see.
What else is she up to?
Let's see. I totally understand this is fight or flight, and I'm not trying to Monday morning quarterback. I'm going to assume the internet knows what that means.
It's like take control.
Okay.
Like handle the situation.
Got it. I haven't critiqued or criticized her. The closest was when I was surprised she left the girls. Other than that initial call or when I came home and she was annoyed we don't have security cameras, we haven't really talked about it. She had a phone that worked. I texted her to check in and she told me to call her, and that's when I found out about this. It's a 1-story L-shaped house. The doors are at one end of the L, the kids are at the other end. I'm currently in therapy. She's mocked me in the past for going to therapy and uses it to invalidate my opinions. What do you know? You're just a depression case. That's in quotes from this woman.
Gosh, dude.
Jesus.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, this is not good for a marriage. Having someone undermine you in every choice that you make.
Yeah, and they clearly don't have any sort of level of communication.
They don't. It just destroys confidence.
Yes.
You're less of a man because you have eroded yourself.
Yeah.
Trying to combat her emotions, and that makes you in a place where you can't express your own emotions because you will get beaten by her excessive like things that she has to say, and this is not a safe place to actually express how you truly feel.
Yeah.
And you go to therapy to do that, but even that's not even a safe place because she somehow finds a way to get in that, entangle your mind and make it seem like it's not good or beneficial whatsoever.
Because that is something that I've never really like paid too much attention to, is like, I guess it is important to be able to say things that you're frustrated about. Must be, especially in something like this, because like you said, you are now in a space that you aren't comfortable talking.
If my only emotion towards you is to feel grateful that you love me,
and
that you and just love, and those are the only 2 emotions I can feel, you know how like prison, like cagey that is.
You have to really like redefine your mind, like honestly. You really do.
I was watching the reason this comes up is because I was watching a show and it was called Task. Very good, check it out. But one of the things was like there's one of the FBI agents has an adoptive daughter, And she says, the only emotion I feel I can have towards you is grateful that you adopted me. And that's the only thing I can feel. I can't feel angry about some of the things that have happened. I can only feel grateful. And he's like,
Yeah.
it's not true.
Right.
And he kind of freed her from that because she felt like
That's
that was the
great.
only thing. And it's like, it made me think like, okay, what else in other
Like, do
ways
I
might
feel
only
like
feel
that?
that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really honestly something I have never really thought that much about, but that is so true. So there's no way she'll see a therapist. The police had a social worker with them who gave her a card for a therapist. We do have an update here.
Yeah, the police even are like, hey,
Like, girl,
call this number.
please. Please, guys.
Okay, I'm wondering, whenever people like do an update, there's like a counter.
Yeah, this is like we're not even halfway through the story too.
I wonder what his counter is.
What do you Oh, like a counter like to the story, like what he did?
Yeah, like his like.
I kind of read ahead a tiny bit, so I have a guess. But I feel like we're too early.
He's got to get out of there.
I feel like we're too early to like not really have anything change.
He is looking for separation, is my prediction.
Hopefully, dude. She sounds like an awful person. I don't have any patience with these people on this episode.
Yeah,
I
how
don't.
does she have friends? I wonder what her friend group looks like.
Yeah, probably just all the same. They probably just like crap talk to people all the time. You know what I mean?
Very growth oriented right there.
For sure. But we do have an update. So, long story short, things are not going well. I feel like I'm an airplane pilot trying to land a plane while it's disintegrating around me, and the time is now for me to bail out. I'm realizing how much I've normalized these issues. My good days would be marginal days for other marriages, but more likely would be awful.
She only yelled at me once today.
Yeah, so it was great. Since that post, I've really tried to support her. I think I had been doing what I could already. Anytime she wants to leave, she can. I do the lion's share of the chores, laundry, cooking, groceries, and morning and bedtime routines for the boys. We split dishes and baths for the girls, close to 50-50. I also pay all the bills and handle all the extracurriculars. So when does she come in? When does she come in?
She
and
did
start
50% of the dishes. Don't count that out.
Okay,
She did
okay,
50% of the
that's true.
dishes.
Dishes and baths for the girls,
Come on.
50-50. Okay.
She's there.
My brain skipped over that part. My
She
bad.
also have an online business.
That she's keeping secret from him.
No,
some
she's
reason?
working on a job. She's an online
but
remote job.
He said that he can assume that's what it is, but she keeps it secret from him.
Yeah, because she's working really hard. You know how many NDAs she's probably had to sign for that?
Sure thing.
I don't know what she does.
Apparently he
Because
doesn't either.
she signed an NDA and
Does
she
she
doesn't
know what she
doesn't even
does?
know what she does either. That was a part of the NDA.
That's how secretive this is. That
Yeah.
she doesn't even know.
She
what she's
can't
doing.
even know. She got to keep it a secret
She's
from
just
herself.
in Severance, moving numbers, moving the scary numbers.
She has to keep it a secret from herself. She can't even actually do half the work she has to got.
Yeah, exactly. She actually can't even open her eyes or get out of bed because she has
she'd
to
know
keep
too
it a
much.
secret. She would know too much and put everyone in danger. One comment people made was that she just gave birth 8 months ago and I should be more sympathetic. I totally get that, but since she gave birth, she's done 4 10K races, a marathon relay, goes to a run group and dinner afterwards twice a week, and has gone to networking events for her business.
Yeah, she has no excuses.
No
She has no excuses
She
at
just
all.
really wanted a time to like put her running abilities into her real life and be able to run away from this dangerous man. She really was like, oh my God, a great opportunity to show off my skills.
Okay.
And she sprints.
That
Even though
makes
she's
a
a
lot more
marathon runner,
sense.
but
That makes a lot more sense, though. I see why she ran.
she was able.
She always runs.
She always runs.
She always runs, exercising, and from her problems.
Apparently. Pretty telling, huh? Since that post, we've had more days with screaming matches than without. Lovely. Here's a list of the issues.
All right.
Ready, guys? Lock in.
Boom, boom, boom.
She woke up early on Saturday, but didn't wake me or my son up for his early practice. I slept through my alarm, and she didn't help us get ready. Her only question when we came back was how late were we?
Okay. I'll give that one 3 stars of bad. 3 bad stars.
3 out of 10 or 3 out of 5?
Actually, I'll give that one 2 bad stars.
2 bad stars
Out
out
of
of 5? Okay.
2 out of 5
I'll
bad
take
stars.
that. I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay. The moment I came home, she went back to bed. I had all 4 kids by myself, which is fine. I took the kids to the store to run errands. As soon as I came back, she got in the shower and left, refusing to take any kids despite their cries. She refused to tell us where she was going.
4.
4 bad stars.
4 bad stars.
Yeah. She doesn't tell anyone her plan. She doesn't
She's
take
on a
anyone with her.
run.
She just goes,
I just feel sad seeing her go and not be like,
bye.
I love you.
Yeah. She just goes, ah, big scary man, and then runs.
Again.
Sunday, she refused to go to anyone's hockey practice because she had to clean the house. While I was parking at the rink with my kids crying, she called because she had hired someone to clean our garage and wanted to know where we were moving things.
All right.
But you just stayed because you were cleaning the house.
Yeah, she's cleaning it.
No.
Angie, a part of cleaning is making sure people are doing a good job while they're cleaning
you're
your
not
house.
cleaning. You're managing the cleaners.
Is it clean?
Yes, but did you clean it?
Boom. Doesn't matter how we
You
did it.
did
It's
no.
clean.
No, it does matter if you're gonna say who cleaned it.
She gotta make sure those cleaners doing what they gotta do. She's gotta point them in the right
Well,
direction.
that's not what she said. This was the first time that I had heard of this. The woman threw everything in the dumpster, including unopened dress shirts.
That's another 4. 4 to 5 bad
Yeah,
stars.
I would say that's a 5.
5?
Or a 4 out of 5. Yeah. I also, like, whoever she hired is also stupid and bad at cleaning.
Probably wrangled someone from the side of the street.
Yeah, I feel like someone who's cleaning a garage wouldn't just, like, pick up and throw random new things away. I feel like they would know not to do that.
You'd be surprised.
I would really hope they wouldn't do that, but whatever. We had a thermonuclear fight on Monday. My eldest was screaming at me to get a second helping of dinner. I tried bluffing to send him to bed without it. He went straight to her, and she overruled me. Once they left the room, I explained what I was doing. She spiked her laptop on the bed, jumped up, and started screaming at me. Oh my God. She followed me out of the room and screamed in front of all 4 kids that I'm a whiny witch who's not a real man and trying to starve her kids. Starve her kids.
5 out of 5 right there.
That's like a 7 out of 5.
Goodness. Wow.
That is bad. If it raises to screaming, not great. But if it's all of a sudden screaming like that and throwing things on the bed, but still, and then you scream in front of your kids, that's not good at all.
Yeah, no, this is not.
That's
There's
way
nothing good
worse.
about this.
Nothing good about this. This was just before our marriage counseling session. I kept the appointment, and while I was in the waiting room, she continued screaming at me and attacking my character. When the session started, she refused to join. She started blending something in the kitchen. Oh my God. I tried to be as objective as possible, and the counselor said she was impressed with that. In the last 5 minutes, I tried to bring my laptop to her. She collapsed into the room like Superman seeing kryptonite. She refused to do it. After that, I went to bed. She woke me up and wanted me to set up our printer. We'd changed routers, and I hadn't had the chance yet. A lack of anger caught me off guard, so I did it. She stood over my shoulder the whole time, silently, and refused to let me see anything. What? What do you mean?
On our computer, perhaps.
I guess, yeah, maybe. We had a couple of other fights along the same lines, but yesterday, Thanksgiving, we had a decent day, okay? Not that it was overly affectionate. We just didn't fight. She slept in until 12:50 in the afternoon and was snippy because I didn't have everyone ready yet. She wanted the girls in the car seat. She then began a 90-minute shower and makeup routine and helped with the kids for maybe 20 minutes. We ended up an hour late for Thanksgiving dinner. Oh my God. But for us, that was a good day. There was no affection and we didn't speak in the car, but my mind forgot all the issues that we'd been having and I wanted to make it work. That night, I woke up and attended to one of the girls who's very sick. She's done that exclusively, attending to the kids when they wake up. She's taken kids from me when I get up before her, saying it's because I'm working. In one fight in September, she screamed at me for being selfish for taking my daughter and sitting with her. I had said I didn't mind and was up anyway, and somehow that became me keeping her up because I couldn't sleep. This has become a trump card in every argument. But I was with my daughter from 4 to 5, and she slept in. This morning, I woke up around 9, which is the latest I can remember sleeping in. I started making breakfast for the kids and finishing the laundry while she was already on her laptop. Out of nowhere, she snapped that I shouldn't bother cleaning because she had hired someone. I stayed calm and told her we really can't afford a cleaner and that I could handle it myself. That's when she started yelling, calling me names, and shouting right in front of the kids.
Goodness gracious.
She blamed me for everything, saying I didn't have time, didn't have money, and didn't clean or do laundry, quote, to her standards.
How about you help out?
Yeah, how about you do things then? Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. Then she said she wasn't a cleaner and kept going until I just stopped responding. It went on for about an hour of nonstop yelling. I spent the rest of the day cleaning the house, doing laundry, and taking care of all 4 kids. My sons actually helped more than she has all month. Oh my god. The oldest son is 8, by the way.
Dang,
Or
dude.
no, 5, I think. 5,
He's
3,
somewhere
and
within that.
8 months.
Wow.
The oldest kid is 5 years old.
Because he knows. He sees what's going on. And in
And
order for him to not have a bad household, gonna help out.
He's gonna have to. And that's so sad because the 8-month-old kids are both girls and twins. And then the 3-year-old and 5-year-old are male. And they're seeing their dad get yelled to and called not a man for not doing all of this stuff and being whiny and all of this stuff. Like, that's gonna, like,
Hey, wife,
teach them.
can we save the money for cleaners, for therapists, for our kids?
Honestly, they're gonna need it. Like,
Can
ASAP.
we do that, please?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Like, it's already bad enough with, like, pressures on men and stuff, but with that,
Someone constantly
seeing-
reminding you?
seeing your mom yell at your dad
Yikes.
about, like, these standards that are unrealistic too is such
Very
a bad
damaging.
way to start out your life. What really gets to me isn't even how she treats me anymore. I've gotten used to it, and if it stayed private, I probably would have just pushed through until the kids were grown. But now my oldest is starting to act like her, and I can see how much it's affecting him. It doesn't help that she constantly wants me to ask him who is his favorite and who yells more and who is the better parent. When I refuse, I'm, quote, scared of what he might say. I think that's the kid saying that to him. Oh my
goodness.
god.
No.
By the way, I would never be scared if you listen to full episodes. The stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or whatever podcast app you prefer. Just search OK Storytime. We've got it all there for you. And we do have a little bit more to this story, but any final
Please
thoughts?
Seek the closest exit you can.
Yeah, yeah. What do they say on flights or like?
I
These
don't
are the
know.
like keep an eye on your closest exit.
Yeah, it might be good for marriage counselors to explain these are like good exits in
Yeah.
relationships.
Yeah.
See people spiraling into this.
Yeah,
Might be a
because
good time to exit.
I'm sure it's like, they have to slightly guide people places,
Mhm,
But
mhm.
the fact that like you had a screaming match with your wife and then
Yeah.
you on the therapy call tried to stay objective. The fact that your therapist was impressed by what you were doing, that you could stay objective.
Oh my gosh.
That like
That poor
in
therapist.
therapist terms, that's like, holy crap, dude, how can you deal with that? Like that's insane that you were able to deal with that.
You are
in,
Superman.
in therapist words.
Golly.
That's insane. But there is a little bit more. I guess I don't know what to do. I am trying to fix this. I'm keeping an appointment scheduled with a counselor. But beyond that, other than talking to a lawyer, I don't know what I should do. She honestly doesn't see any issues with how she treats me. Her refrain is that I'm a diamond, and if you leave me, you'll only be dating pebbles.
Good.
Sure.
I'll take it. Does a pebble scream at me?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great. Don't care. Besides the fact that I don't want a divorce, and she spent the last 6 years threatening one, I don't know how I can show anyone who's that out of touch with reality or seemingly so closed off from recognizing they have a role in causing and fixing the problems with the marriage. Any advice? And that's the end of that story. What do we got for him?
He knows what he's got to do, and it's the hardest decision.
Yeah.
But you got to do it, man.
Yeah. You've got kids. I mean, it hasn't even been a year since your daughters were born.
Yeah.
Like, that must be so hard. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know what you want to do. I mean, you don't want this around your kids.
Nope. You're already seeing what is happening to your kids.
Yeah, it's already having a negative effect, and he's only 5.
Yeah.
He's only 5 years old, dude. Maybe 6 by now, however time has passed, but that's still too young.
A good way to like see if you want to marry someone is like, do I want my child to be a little mini version of this person?
Yeah, right?
A lot of people say that.
Or do I want my child to be treated by this, Like, do I want my child to be in a relationship like this one?
Oh.
No. You have a lot of years left, dude. I know, like,
Yeah. You can turn this around.
you have so much time to be able to not have to deal with her.
Yeah.
You have
That's true.
so many years of that. You just got to make the choice.
Huh. And we're making the choice that we're going to end this episode right here.
We are. That's the end.
Yeah. It was great.
It was great. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We freaking love you.
And see you tomorrow.